Friday, 21st of February, 2025. Today's rant is brought to you by my favorite league, the NBA, once again. I know it's Ready Friday, showing how great their league is by, first off, by their Sunday All-Star game, their lowest rating All-Star weekend, I believe. I'm not definitely All-Star game. Second, since the Nut Ratings history has come out. And I have to say this is the NBA has a problem. And they have a problem of see, I don't even care about the game. Everybody's complaining about Draymond complaining. Draymond's correct, but at the sense it's it's not your court. You don't belong in that court for that day. It's only for the All-Stars. And I agree with him totally, but at the same time, the NBA, they're trying to find ways for people to show up and watch the game. I got to give Adam Silver a little credit for that. But I have a problem with Adam Silver. It's LeBron James could get away with that and call himself an all-star for the year unless he's really hurt. And he said, oh, I'm not playing because whatever. And then he's last second telling the world that he's not playing. And people pay thousands of dollars for tickets, and that you don't know if they would show up for LeBron James if they knew LeBron James wouldn't play. See, he is the godfather of this whole situation of of this entitled NBA. But obviously, he didn't go farther. There are guys who went farther and crazier. Okay, with going teams, with deciding when to play, when not to play. Greg Popovich was also a little bit of this loser. And I just have to say this is that the NBA has been this league of no ball activity the past many years. And yesterday, Luka Doncic hasn't played in a week. He's in injury management. He could have played 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but instead, see, this is the thing. These guys, we are paying tickets as fans, consumers. We're paying a lot of tickets for the average human being, a lot of money for the average human being. We're paying tickets for these games to watch you play. That's the main reason why we come. That's why they shoot up the prices when you show up. Unless you're really, really injured, show up for 2 minutes. I remember watching a game as a kid, and I was in 10th grade at the time. We obviously, shout out to my friends who went with me to the Nets Bulls game. Obviously, the parents showed up late, which I was very upset about. And I wasn't very happy about it because I set up this whole game that we were going to go, and these parents said we're going to come, and obviously the parents showed up when the game already started. We had to go an hour and a half away, so that's no one's fault as far as the NBA is concerned, and that's not the kids' fault, but we kind of screwed up. We left class early, and then we see all these kids coming out of class, and at the end of the day, and laughing at us and say, you guys left early to go to the game. What happened? And the parents didn't show up to take us to the game. But anyways, that's the story. But we went to see the Nets Bulls. The New Jersey Nets were a bad basketball team. Nobody really went to see them play, even though Darren Williams was playing. We went to see the Chicago Bulls at the time. They had Derrick Rose. And that was the start of Derrick Rose's injuries, by the way, I think that game. And I remember he wasn't really healthy to start a third quarter, but I remember watching him to start a third quarter, and he just tried. He tried to play, and he was hurt the rest of the game. And throughout that year, he was in and out of the lineup, but he tried. He really did. And I have to say this, we came to watch him play. He played. LeBron James, that game, I don't care what the format was, whatever, you could have played 10 minutes. You could have played 5 minutes. You could have had one dunk and left. Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have said anything. But instead, he has to play this game of not playing at all. You can say he was hurt, but then he plays the last 2 games of the regular season when it counts in the standings. This is what the NBA is. This is what the NBA has become. And the second lowest ratings, and that's because of the NBA. They've done it to themselves. And I have to say this, I hope and pray, because he did play this All-Star weekend. His name is Victor Wembanyama, and he's the future of the league. And with this injury, this is scary. I forget about it. Him, he's got to take care of himself and That's most important. And I wish him well, and I hope everything goes well for him. But I have to say this: if the NBA loses him, this was an this was one of their hopes up, and if he can't play for the rest of his career, which I hope he can, because I hope this is not just obviously for his sake. He's got to do what's best for him, but for the NBA's sake, they need him because this guy's entertaining. He's a 7'4" guy that could play like a guard. He blocks every shot in the lane, and I just have to say that like prayers up to him because we have to understand that we're lucky that when we go out and hug our friends, like this is serious stuff. Like we play basketball, our kids play football like it's nothing, and we don't even think about this stuff. We take things for granted, and I wish him well. And prayers go up to Wemby and the whole family, his whole family, and I just wish him the best. But as far as logistics is concerned with the NBA, this is one thing. I mean, they had a prize that they could have advertised for many, many years, and they could. Hopefully, they could, but it doesn't look good for him. And I just have to say this: prayers up and good luck, and we'll see you soon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, RAFree26, and follow me on Rumble at RAF26. Leave a comment, and I'd like to interact with you guys.